Well, good evening. Welcome to Islands Wednesday, everyone.
Good evening, good evening.
Good evening. So excited to have you.
Welcome.
We got some great news for this week. A
Got
couple
great
good stories.
I'm not going to talk much. I'm not feeling well, just so you know.
Yeah, when he coughs, when he talks.
Yeah, I got a cold. I just picked it up 2 days ago, and it's not the flu, so I already researched
all good.
it.
We're all good.
The number one going around is the flu A. I already had that back in December. It's not flu B.
Yeah, he gave it to me.
It's not COVID because I tested. It is the good old-fashioned cold, and it is kicking my butt.
Actually, do you know what I say it is? And I always say this to him. We go on our trips, and then we come back. It's like we come back to all the blooming, to all of maybe some allergy that he has. So sometimes I think that bothers him, but it is what it is.
I'm not going to talk as much. And if I cough, sorry.
Great. Can you imagine Dennis not talking as much? I think I won the lottery today.
You did. You won the big one.
I won the big one. All right, so we have a little bit of a different giveaway that we're going to do today. We'll talk to you about it in a few minutes. But still like and share, but we're going to tell you we're going to do something a little different for this week's giveaway, okay? All right, so let's talk about the drink of the week. We had a special drink of the week that we filmed when we were on the Icon. We just shared it. So if you guys take a look. Okay, there we go. Go ahead and share it. It's called the Living Coral. It's a sparkling rosé. And so this is going to kind of incorporate into our, it's kind of hard to see what it looks like.
There it is.
And you can see it on the show, so don't give them too much because I want them for the giveaway. So here's what we're going to do with the giveaway. We are going to give anyone that can find, supposedly the Living Coral is only on the Icon of the Seas, right? At the Champagne Bar.
On World
Okay, because on World Caribbean, I tried to get it at different bars and they said, no, we had to go to the Champagne Bar. So for anyone that can find it on another Royal Caribbean ship and take a picture and send it to us, you're going to get a $50 gift card. The second part of that is anyone that can find it anywhere in the United States at a bar, store, wherever, the first person to take a picture and send it to us is going to get the $25. Let's do a Total Wine gift card because you're searching for this bottle of rosé. Okay, so that's our giveaway this week. So
Total Wine or ABC, your choice.
Go make sure you look at the drink of the week, and then if the first person to send it to me, either one of those pictures, you will get the Total Wine gift card.
Yep. Okay? ABC, because a lot of places don't have Total Wine.
Don't tell them.
ABC liquor.
Or Total Wine. Okay. Depending on where you're located is what kind of gift card that you're going to get. All right. So that's our giveaway for this week. So, all right. Do you have something? Because I know that you can't go. Oh, and cheers. I don't have, because we cannot find it.
Cheers.
Here, we have our drinks. So, all right. All right. So let's talk about the Disney ticket. I don't know if you all have seen his TikTok, or the gentleman that had he had this family heirloom, if you want to call it an heirloom. It had been collecting dust, and it was a Disney ticket. It was bought in 1978 for $8. Okay, he took it to Disney because it had no expiration date, and he was actually able to use it to get into the park. Which kudos to Disney for honoring it, because they could have not honored it, but they did. So anybody that has any tickets laying around that are unused from 1978, you could use it to get into the park. So I thought that was a really good Disney story, because I'm surprised that, with everything Disney.
Kudos to Disney for accepting a ticket from 1978 that somebody didn't use. I would have never guessed that would have happened.
Thought they would do that. But
I thought they would have used it for $8. If you could go back and buy
$8, can you imagine?
100,000 $8 tickets, you'd be a millionaire right now.
$8 to get into Disney in 1978. Crazy. Oh, let me take this one. Okay, go ahead. So this week there's some travel advisories that the State Department did put out. Two major ones, actually. One was the Bahamas. They did do a level 2 travel with caution. Now, it wasn't for Nassau specifically. It was for other islands in the Bahamas. They just had an increase in crime, right? I think it was stabbings, pickpocketing, sexual assaults. And so they're really putting people on heightened alert. The other one was that they're making a bigger deal about, and we'll talk a little bit about it, was Jamaica level 3. However, I did speak to the Sandals rep, and they have a lot of resorts in Jamaica, and she said that that level has not changed in over a year. So they're really making a bigger deal out of it than I guess they haven't really changed the level 3. It's been a level 3 for a while. But again, let's talk a little bit about safety. We went to a Sandals resort not that long ago, a couple months ago, in Jamaica. We did not feel unsafe. But again, if you're a woman, don't walk around the resorts alone or late at night. Just to have your senses up and be aware of your surroundings. Dennis and I talked about going to New York right now is very dangerous. So I would put New York on a level 3 sometimes, with the police officers getting assaulted, the lady that was just dragged by the motorcycle. I mean, there's so many things going on around just the United States right now that I don't know what level we are. I don't think other countries give levels to come, do they? Travel advisory. So I don't know. System. I mean, because ours would probably be a level 3.
Well, there's areas, right? Your own hometown, your own cities and your states, your big cities, they have, you're going to have, you're going to do certain things, right, at certain places and certain times. So
again, but we have always said when going to Jamaica, even before any of this, if you're on a cruise ship, do a tour through the cruise ship. Don't just wander off by yourselves, okay? And that's pretty much not even Jamaica, Mexico, anywhere that we travel, you have to be aware of your surroundings. So do take these with caution. Listen to them because the State Department puts them out for a reason. But just be aware of where you're going and what's going on.
Perfect.
Is the best advice that I can give.
Doesn't matter where you go.
It doesn't matter where you go.
We heard that about
there's
Bahamas
pickpockets everywhere. Yeah.
They gave us back a radio weeks later that was left in a van. They thought it was unsafe there, and it was not.
And we were actually just in the Bahamas. We'll be going back. I think we're going to Cozumel in a couple weeks. We're going to Grand Cayman. So we're going to be in the islands. And we've been traveling,
for many years
there, and have never had any issues. So.
Yep. Okay. Excuse me. So Florida Huddle, which is just did a trade show, and it's a travel trade show, #1. They just hosted it in Miami. They're going to Ocala, Florida.
Wow.
So the Equestrian Center there, that's going to be in 2025. It's February 3rd through the 5th. If you want to go to an amazing travel show, the Equestrian Center, Florida.
No, I said who is there? Like, is
it's vendors? Big vendors, Florida, travel show. So there'll be a lot of vendors there. It's going to be interesting. So look it up if you're interested. But they're going to showcase Ocala, which is, thank you for doing that, because it's not always about the big cities like Miami and stuff, Fort Lauderdale.
And just remember, you can go to that travel show, but talk with your travel agent.
Yeah.
Especially postcard travel.
If you're out of state.
Yes.
If you're in state, drive there.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So we have a couple new ports to announce. MSC is going to have a new port, 4th in Galveston, which is fantastic. They're going to be bringing an MSC ship to there. And the new one announced within the past couple of days, I'm so excited. Norwegian Jewel is going to be coming to Jacksonville. As you know, the Gem. I'm sorry. No, we just got off the Jewel. Norwegian Gem is going to be coming to Jacksonville. As you know, Carnival has been the only ship that has been going out of Jacksonville. No other cruise line. And so in 2025, November of 2025 through 2028, Norwegian Gem is going to be out of Jacksonville. They're going to be doing 11 and 12-day cruises, so they'll be a little bit longer. But that's exciting. I cannot wait to take the Norwegian
Jacksonville
Gem out there.
Is easy
in and out.
To get in.
It's fantastic.
I-95, I-10, I-95, the Beltway around 275, right through the port.
And it's going to be a little bit bigger than the Carnival ship that is there, because the Carnival ship is the Sensation, which is the Ecstasy class, because the Ecstasy went on there for a little bit. But you have a little bit bigger, not much, because remember the ships can't be too big in there. But that's exciting to have a Norwegian ship going out of Jacksonville.
One other thing about Jacksonville, you're going to go down the river quite a ways, and then you go out through Mayport, which is one of the premier naval air stations and ports for aircraft carriers and ships. So it's amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be absolutely fantastic.
Three things to talk about. Talking about the progress in cruising right now. Everybody's saying record numbers. Norwegian, but Princess, new records of bookings for Alaska. Royal Caribbean, new records. 2024, they set booking records for also price and volume. And Cunard Queen Mary, 2 decades of travel just announced. So that's pretty amazing. So yeah.
Well, all travel is up, and we can tell you that by the bookings and the amount of people that are taking trips. So most prices. We've met with some vendors this week. Most things are sold out for 2024. So, and half of the year for 2025. So things are really picking up for all the suppliers, not just land. I mean, not just cruises, but land, everything. So
Sandals, Club Med, all of the private Hilton.
Yes.
Everything is people are wanting to travel now. So
yeah.
A couple of things on airline news. Amy can talk about this one. So airline seats are thinner. They're looking at Southwest Airlines. They're changing the seat configuration. People are very frustrated. Also, Southwest, Delta, and United, they're all filtering into the no frills pricing, where you don't get a seat assignment and you have to just get assigned it. If you don't have a seat assigned to you, you may not get on that flight. Trust us on that, because they're allowed to overbook.
Well, what they're going to do is, just like we talked about Southwest, the people that are in wheelchairs that should not be, just so they can get on the plane first. We talked about that quite a few shows back because we took pictures of it. The other thing Dennis talked about is who's going to start weighing passengers?
Thin Air.
Thin Air is going to start weighing passengers. Well, I'm out. I mean, I don't know. What's the weight limit? I mean, you can't fly. So I don't know. I guess I'm not flying on thin air.
So they do an average. An airplane can only hold so much weight. It can only be spaced out so much on an airplane. And they can't just take unlimited weight. So that's why they weigh bags, because they take a passenger and weigh a passenger at an average weight. But now they're going to get very specific. Don't think it's going to go over very well.
It's not going to go over, because what's going to happen if you buy a ticket and you get to the airport and they weigh you and you can't get on the plane? Or they're going to tell you ahead of time.
They're going to shift.
Okay, well, I'm still out. I'm not flying thin air.
It's not going to happen. If a plane holds 200 people and 150 of them weigh 300 pounds, that plane ain't getting off the ground.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Okay. Flying thin air.
Thin Air. It's going to be Thin Air.
Thin Air. That's going to be their. That's going to be their new name. Thin Air. Yeah. Cheers. Thin Air. Thin Air. All right. So we're glad to see everybody on here tonight. Thin Air. Isn't that funny, Steve? Oh gosh. It'd be like, you're out, lady. You can't fly. Listen, my bags alone are pushing almost 50. I try every single time to keep my bags.
We've had to offload before.
I've had to pull. The last time I had to just pull, she said, you have to shift 5 pounds. I said, oh, don't worry. I'm going to move my makeup case to the other. And it literally was over 5 pounds. So I'm just saying it takes a lot to put this face on. But it's hard. I mean, it's hard to stay your bags even at 50 pounds. I'm just saying. But all right, guys. So let's switch to stocks. I know you guys have never seen Dennis this quiet. The past
I really don't
few days. He has just been very quiet. So we're going to do a little bit short show, but let's talk about the stocks. The stocks are down a little bit, and we need them to come back. So Royal Caribbean is $119.26. Carnival $15.71. Norwegian $17.35. JetBlue is holding steady at $5.65, and Spirit is still holding steady at $7.06. So
see what happens with those.
He's waiting on a drink. Stacey says, "Yes, I'm trying to put as many drinks into him." Vodka and tequila kill everything.
Vodka kills most stuff. I haven't had any vodka because I haven't been feeling good. So, listen, we travel a lot, as you know, and we're very blessed not to have been sick traveling and stuff like that. I got this cold.
I really do think it's when we come home. I think that we're out, and then we just come home, and we're back to different things that are blooming, and that's just what happens.
Well, they say that if you get symptoms, you caught it 2, 3, 4 days in advance.
Yeah.
So that would have been for me in Orlando to hear. But nonetheless, I did research it. So, and I did call a doctor, and their basic cold is what I have. Cold. Just don't feel good. And I'm not, yeah. All right. So with that said, joke of the week. We do have a joke of the week that comes from this stuff writes itself. We learn about 10 jokes a week. A lot of them I can't say on this, but this one comes from the captain of Liberty of the Seas, Royal Caribbean. He does a joke every single day. Some of them weren't so good, but some of them are good. But this one is a pirate joke.
They had to be clean because he was putting them over the intercom for the whole ship. So,
and we get that.
Yeah.
So the joke of the week comes to us from Liberty of the Seas captain, and it is: so a pirate takes his first cruise. When he's on the cruise, he wouldn't attend any shows, and when asked about it, he goes, "I was afraid they were R-rated." Captain of Liberty of the Seas, so blame him.
Listen, when he heard that joke, he's like, "Oh, that's Islands Wednesday joke. I'm going to tell that joke." I'm like, "No, that's a stupid joke. Why are you going to tell that joke?"
Pirate on a cruise ship won't attend the shows because they're R-rated. That's it.
I can't help it.
We didn't make it. We don't. Hey, as a good friend of mine, Leo Eisenberg said,
goodness.
I don't.
Boo. I say
don't
boo too.
Make up the news. We just report it. Don't be haters. We just report the news. If you don't like the jokes, send one in that you like.
Listen,
that's clean.
it's better than his semi-dirty jokes that we have to filter.
Now,
so,
if you go to a bar with us and have a drink, well, I'll tell you some good jokes.
Don't ask. Please don't ask. All right, just a few reminders. Remember, if you find that living coral on the ship, which I know a lot of you, sorry, ladies, he's taken. Oh, that's gonna make him fun. That is right, he is.
Stacey, you're
the living coral. I know you all. A lot of you on here are taking Royal Caribbean ships. So remember, if you can find it, $50 gift card. If you can find it in the stores, the first person to send me a picture of it in a store is a $25 gift card. Okay.
You gotta buy it.
Listen, you gotta buy it and drink it because you'll drink.
It's not that expensive.
Actually, buy 2 bottles because it's that good.
It's not that expensive.
It's not, but buy 2 bottles because it's really good. And that's it. Just a reminder, we still have rooms on our first responder cruise coming up in March. We are a month away. So that's exciting.
Yeah, people are still booking.
And the Icon of the Seas, guys, you go back and look at our videos. We're going to do, we have our social media person working on
Gabby.
Meet the Ship, Gabby. She's going to be putting out some of our little short videos that we did and all the neighborhoods. You're going to
love it.
Just fall in love with the ship. And we have both of those groups, September, November. September is almost sold out. I think we have like 3 or 4 cabins left. November is open. All right. So please make sure you get on that because you're going to want to go on that ship with us.
Yep.
All right. So we will see you back next Wednesday. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl. I don't know who you're rooting for, but go 49ers. I'm rooting for the 49ers. Brock Purdy, because he is the what is he, the least paid, the lowest paid quarterback in the league.
Less than $1 million.
Yeah, so I'm rooting for him. Sorry. I'm just rooting for him.
Number 1 is way out. Number 2,
they're not even
Russell
playing
Wilson,
in the Super Bowl.
not even playing the Super Bowl.
I am rooting for Brock Purdy. So let's go. Let's go.
Joe Burrow's not
49ers.
playing the Super Bowl. Yep.
All right. All right, guys. So have a wonderful Super Bowl weekend. Even if you don't watch football, have a wonderful weekend. And we will see you back next Wednesday.
I'll be back better.
Build back better.
Build back better. That's it. Building back better.
No. All right.
Take your vitamin C.
Guys, take your vitamin C. Wash your hands. Washy.
Flu's going around. The cold's going around. Bronchitis is going around.
Yes. All right, guys.
Hey, good news. COVID's down.
Oh,
I researched it down.
Listen, you all know 50, I could not keep him from talking too much. You do know that, right? All right, guys.
Stay safe.
All right. We will see you. Have a great weekend. Bye, guys.